In the world of dieting, there are so many things bombarding our attention right now, with billboards to social media ads to emails. I mean, it's just everywhere. Every diet is promising fat loss, longevity, energy, all the things. So which one do you go with? What's the best way? You know, there's just so many things pulling us in different directions. What is the right way for you? I'm here today to talk to you about two diets that have hit mainstream pretty big, and I've talked about them a lot over the last few years. So let me break them down for you and help you decide which one is the best for you in the time of life that you are, the season of life that you're in currently, and what your goals are. So which one will help you reach your goal the fastest? That is what I'm here to try to help you navigate today. Hi, my name is Hilary Hall. I'm a certified personal trainer. I've been working in the fitness industry for 20 years. Yes, 20 years. Straight out of high school. Hopefully my dog doesn't make too many weird sounds while I'm doing this video. I have been working in the industry for 20 years, and I've learned a thing or two. Every single year I try to advance my education in some form or fashion, whether that's a seminar or if there's a new product out and I want to learn more about it, I usually try to get certified in that product. So a lot of products that I talk about on my Instagram or on here are products that I've actually been certified in, believe in, use currently myself. And I also like to get more certifications. So I try to aim for one certification every single year. The past 3 years ago, I got the Nesta Sports Nutrition certification, and that is so that I could help athletes better fuel their bodies for their sport. And then 2 years ago, I became a complete keto certified coach, where I worked alongside celebrity fitness trainer Drew Manning, which was really amazing. It was a really great opportunity where we onboarded our own private groups where we coached them on the proper way to do ketogenic diet, which I will talk more about in this blog in a moment. But then last year I became a faster way to fat loss certified coach. And that is what I'm currently doing. I am taking my clients through their app where we have workouts, we carb cycle, and we intermittent fast, and I will be talking more about Faster Way in a moment as well. But those are my two most recent certifications that I'm very proud of. I'm excited to be using them and to help better my clients. Being a personal trainer is, helping them build the physique of their dreams, and get lean, get prepared for whatever event that they're getting ready for. But nutrition, abs remain in the kitchen. This is where it's at. So nutrition's where it's at. I wanted to have the certification so I feel very confident in the information that I'm giving my clients, serving them well, trying to get away from all the confusion and the riffraff, all the noise with all these different ways of eating, and just make it really simple. And hopefully I can do that for you today in this video. So what is the ketogenic diet? Let's start with that one first. Ketogenic diet is a biohacking way of eating. So actually all of these ways of eating are biohacks. I don't like the word diet because I just feel like people automatically think restriction. This is just a way of eating. So we all eat carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. We just eat them differently depending on what kind of dietary lifestyle that you're doing, what kind of biohacking that you're doing. So ketogenic diet is going to be higher in fat, 70 to 75% fat, 20 to 30% protein, and then 5% carbs, so very low carbs. This helps trigger what's called ketosis in your body, and that can help with rapid fat loss. I love this way of dieting for people that have a significant weight loss goal. I'm talking over 100 pounds, or those that just have an addiction to food. So I first learned about ketogenic diet from my uncle, of all people. He had lost over 100 pounds in 1 year, and I had to know more. I'm like, how did you do that? What are you doing? So he started working out in his garage. He was doing intermittent fasting and started a ketogenic diet, and he looked phenomenal. He felt stronger than ever. And so I wanted to learn more. I'm like, what is this ketogenic diet? I started diving in. And after I had my third child, I used it to lose the baby fat. And it came off significantly. What I learned was how well it helped my digestion. I don't think this is for everybody, but my digestion was so much better. It was so easy. You're less hungry. So I've come from a background of competing where I'm used to eating 5 to 6 meals a day, which can cause you to get a little bit of a food obsession. That's what happened to me. And so I was constantly thinking about food, constantly thinking about my next meal. And it was just so nice to now have 3 kids at home that require a lot of my attention, to not constantly feel so obsessed with food or sugar and just crave those kind of things. So satiation so good. I could go to Starbucks and not feel like I want one of those muffins so bad, or one of those cookies or cake pops. I mean, I have moments of when I would feel my jaw like tense up because I was around sugar and I just wanted it so bad. So ketogenic diet healed that for me. And that was probably the greatest gift ever. So I went on and did it for 5 years and loved my experience. I mean, I cannot complain at all. And I will say, so just going back to what the benefits of ketogenic diet are, is it's definitely good for people that have diabetes or have a significant weight loss goal, again, and for those that are maybe struggling with a little bit of food addiction. Now, some drawbacks, so you might have a lower push in the gym. You might have a lower drive in the gym. It might be harder for you to gain muscle, also because you just don't feel like that drive in the gym. And then also, I have my notes here. You might miss some carbohydrate foods. So some people you get to the point where you're like, I really miss potatoes. I really love whatever carb it might be, or you like to have more sugar. Those might be some of the drawbacks that you experience with keto. All right, now what is carb cycling? Carb cycling is a method of cycling in your carbs and your fats. So protein stays the same, it stays very high, at least that's our method, and that's to build muscle and to keep you lean and satiated. But carb cycling would be 1 to 2 days of low carb, and then other days with moderate carbs or even having high carb days. So you just kind of cycle between those to keep your body guessing. It also helps your metabolism stay revved because it's using different fuel sources. So it has to rely on just fats. It has to rely on just carbs. And so this can be really great for athletes, anyone that's looking to gain muscle, gain better performance. And I love this method for folks that are trying to get more into running again, trying to get a little bit more athletic, those that are wanting to change it up a little bit. If they're just kind of bored with eating the same thing every day, this adds a ton of variety to your diet. This is one thing that I personally like because I can typically stick to the same thing every single day and it gets a little bit boring. So carb cycling is something that I've done in the past when I was competing to get ready for my shows. It got me extremely lean for the stage, and I use it now in my 40s. And I'm just trying to stay active, trying to stay healthy, give my body as much fuel sources as I possibly can so that I can keep my energy high. Those of you that follow me for a while know that I have an autoimmune disease called Hashimoto's, and it's just a way to kind of keep my body as healthy as I can, and that's always my goal. I have some notes here because I tend to get off track, and for those of you that prefer reading or you like to screenshot blog posts, I do have this in a blog, and I will post the link below so that you can go click that and save these for your notes. But in general, in carb cycling, there's 5 things you should look for whenever you're trying to find a coach or an app to coach you along the carb cycling process. That is to determine the calorie needs. Everyone's different, and that's why you need a specific tailored program to you. You might have a high metabolism and not know it, and you're wrecking it because you keep under eating, and you didn't realize you could actually be fueling yourself with a lot of calories and feel way better, and the fat would come off way faster. Number 2 is to set your macronutrients, because this can be a little complicated when you first get started, is knowing how much protein, how much fat. So the coach or your app should help you do that. And plan your high fat and low carb days. So it has to be strategic. We personally on Faster Way, we set up your low carb days on our HIIT training days and our weight training days on our moderate carb days. And every once in a while we'll throw in some carb loads and some macro cuts, where we have low macro days, and that's all strategically planned based on our workouts. You don't want to do a low macro day on an intense workout day, like your leg day, where you're going to be using the most energy expenditure. So make sure that you have that properly mapped out before you get started. Also, choosing healthy carb sources, because you want to make sure that your carbs aren't coming from candy or cake or alcohol. And then monitor your progress, because your eyes are going to see something different than a coach, where they can see No. Don't look at the scale. Look at your waist measurement. Look at, let's take pictures and let's see how things are starting to, progress. So it's really helpful to have a coach look at that for you. And that's what we do. So I'll finish here with talking about Faster Way. So I coach, I onboard new clients every so often. And I do have a new one coming up on March 13th. And I would love to have you. I will help guide you through the entire process. We start with a 6-week program first because it's a crash course. I want you to learn all the fundamentals. I want you to know this, feel good about it, feel solid. And then you can move on. You have the option to move on to become a VIP member, which is a monthly membership where I continue to coach you, continue to guide you, and make sure that you're continuing to see progress. So 6 weeks, you will learn all of our fundamentals. I will walk you step by step. You will have a meal plan. You will have a grocery list. You will have daily workouts that are 30 minutes in and out. You can do them at home. You don't need a lot of equipment. We have all kind of trackers in the app. We have trainings. We have the most phenomenal coaches that are there to push you, that keep you excited. The workouts are constantly changing. We have kickboxing. We call it hitboxing. We've got weight training days, which I personally love. We've got leg day, which leg day is our treat day. I'm not going to spoil all of this right now. I'm not going to give you all the fun details. You have to sign up March 13th, 2023. So this coming up Monday, we are going to kick things off. I'll provide the link below so that you can learn more. I completely forgot. This is why I have to keep notes. I didn't talk about the pros and cons of carb cycling. And I have to explain those to you before you start a program like this one, because it's really important for you to know. I want to be completely honest and open. I am an open book. I'm not a person that just tries to sell one plan and one program. I think that you have to be educated on yourself. What do I specifically want? What am I specifically looking for? If you're someone that is looking to lose, again, over 100 pounds and you're really struggling with your insulin, I say spend 3 months doing hardcore keto. Find someone that's a professional in that field that can help you. And then I would say carb cycling is, you don't have to be an athlete to do carb cycling. This is for anyone that loves food and wants to eat all the foods that they love, but in moderation. This is, you'll be getting amazing benefits from the low carb. So you get the best of both worlds. So low carb days, you are eating like keto. You get like 2 days of keto, which I personally really like because the fats are a little bit higher. So for me, it's very satiating. I feel very full. I feel the foods are yummier. You get bacon, like things that are just so delicious. And then on the other days, your fats are going to be a lot lower, significantly lower, but then you get to have fruits and smoothies and, all the kind of carby things that you love. And then you also get the benefit of your energy spike, because all those carbohydrates come in and you just feel like you want to go ham on some weights. My kids see this, they're going to say, wow, Mom, you are the cringiest. Okay, and then you boost your athletic performance and increase your workout recovery with carb cycling. So when it comes to the ketogenic diet or the lower carb diet, it does get a little bit harder to recover. You have to be very smart with your electrolytes and your salts, whereas whenever you're eating higher carbs, your body just naturally heals itself a little bit faster, so you're not quite as sore. Now it's some drawbacks. I only have 2 because there's not really many drawbacks here. Learning how to track your macros can be a little bit of a struggle at first. It's a little overwhelming, and a lot of people quit before they get that opportunity to get it, it just clicks. And I think the key to that is to just not overwhelm yourself. Your numbers don't have to be perfect. You don't have to eat the exact 20 grams of protein in that one meal. Just make sure that protein is in that meal, and then go from there. So a drawback would be not getting overwhelmed in the beginning. Secondly, it takes preparation. Like I was saying earlier, when it comes to making a plan and having low carb days and high carb days and where your workouts fit in, you can't just wake up and say, today I'm gonna go low carb and I'm gonna go run 6 miles. It doesn't make sense. You have to have a plan. So you just have to find the coach. I'm your coach. I got you, girl. I got you. Let me wrap this up before I ramble on too much, because I tend to overtalk. March 13th. If carb cycling, if that's where you're at right now and you want to hop into carb cycling, let's go. Let's get started. What do you have to lose? You have nothing to lose. You have everything to gain. Jump on board with me. I have a link provided below, and I'm looking forward to it. Ask me any questions that you have in the comments below. Let's build a community here. I like to do more vlog posts like this. Also, if you like content like this, please let me know that in the comments too. But I would love to be able to build a community here where we can share our own biohacking tips and tricks and what's working for us, because again, every body is totally different. But I want to see you thrive. This is what I do. This is what I love to do. This is my passion. And yeah. Let's get to know each other. Let's crush some goals. I will see you on the other side. Thanks for watching, you guys. Bye.